What's up, folks? Today's video is for all those guys out there who are tired of playing the same old game. You know, the one where you have to constantly prove your masculinity, assert your dominance, and conform to societal norms to be considered high value. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from that toxic cycle? A way to achieve that same level of respect and admiration without compromising your true self? That's right. We're talking about the ultimate guide to mastering the Sigma male persona. Buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. Number 6. The Sigma male mindset. What separates the Sigma male from the rest of the pack? Well, for starters, they don't give a rat's ass about what others think of them. That's right. They're too busy living their best life to worry about the opinions of the peanut gallery. They've got a laser-like focus on their own goals and aspirations, and they're not about to let anyone get in their way. So ask yourself, are you living for yourself or for the approval of others? Because if you're still playing the game of seeking validation from external sources, then you're missing out on the real prize, living life on your own terms. Another defining trait of the Sigma male mindset is their ability to march to the beat of their own drum. They don't conform to societal norms or try to fit into the mold that's been set for them. Oh no, they're the square peg in the round hole, and they're damn proud of it. They embrace their uniqueness and use it to their advantage. So ask yourself, are you still trying to fit into a mold that wasn't made for you? Or are you ready to stand out and be the best damn square peg there ever was? And finally, one of the key tenets of the Sigma male mindset is their refusal to settle for mediocrity. They strive for excellence in all areas of their life and never settle for anything less. They're not content with just going through the motions. They want to leave their mark on the world. So ask yourself, are you content with mediocrity? Or are you ready to step up your game and achieve greatness? Because if you're not willing to put in the work to be the best, then you're just wasting your time. Number 5. Embracing your uniqueness. If you want to be a true Sigma male, then you gotta embrace your uniqueness. None of that cookie-cutter, one-size-fits-all BS. No, sir. You gotta be a special snowflake, just like your mama always told you. But seriously, being unique is what sets you apart from the rest of the pack. It's what makes you stand out in a world full of copycats and followers. So what makes you unique? Maybe you have a weird hobby like collecting vintage toothbrushes, or you're really good at solving Rubik's Cubes with your feet. Whatever it is, own it. Don't be ashamed of what makes you different. Embrace it. Because let's face it, trying to fit in with the herd is a surefire way to be just another face in the crowd. And who wants that? But here's the thing, fellas. Embracing your uniqueness isn't just about being a special snowflake. It's also about being confident in who you are. You see, a lot of guys feel like they have something to prove. We feel like we have to constantly assert our dominance to show the world we're high-value individuals. But the truth is, real confidence comes from within. It comes from being comfortable in your own skin, quirks and all. So, be proud of who you are, even if that means being a little weird. Number 4. The art of observation. All right, it's time to channel our inner Sherlock Holmes and talk about the art of observation. Think about it. When you're in a social setting, do you mindlessly chat away, or do you take a step back and analyze the room? A Sigma male knows that every interaction has a purpose, and that purpose can be easily deciphered by simply observing body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. Observing your surroundings can help you anticipate potential problems and prevent them before they even happen. It can also help you identify opportunities that others may miss. Remember, a Sigma male doesn't just react to situations, they anticipate them and act accordingly. So, if you want to master the art of observation, start small. Take note of the small details in your environment, observe body language, and practice being present in the moment. Trust me, my friend, it may seem insignificant, but mastering this skill can take you from being just another face in the crowd to a high-value individual in your own right. Number 3. Honing your intuition. Now let's talk about intuition. I know some of you might think that's some woo-woo nonsense, but hear me out. Intuition is that gut feeling you get when you just know something is off. It's that little voice in your head that tells you to go left when everyone else is going right. And let me tell you, if you're not listening to your intuition, you're missing out on some serious Jedi-level stuff. Think about it. How many times have you ignored that feeling in your gut and ended up regretting it later? Maybe it was that sketchy business deal that ended up costing you a fortune, or that shady ex who turned out to be a real piece of work. The point is, your intuition is there for a reason, and it's up to you to hone that skill and use it to your advantage. So how do you hone your intuition, you ask? Well, first off, start paying attention to it. Don't dismiss it as some random feeling or a case of indigestion. Take a moment to pause and really listen to what your intuition is telling you. And secondly, practice, practice, practice. Start small, like making a decision based on your gut feeling and seeing how it plays out. Over time, you'll start to develop a stronger sense of intuition that will serve you well in all areas of your life. Number 2, mastering the art of self-promotion. All right, folks, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We're talking about self-promotion, the art of letting people know just how awesome you are without coming off as a complete douchebag. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, isn't self-promotion just a fancy word for bragging? Well, yes, it is. But here's the thing, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And if you want to master the Sigma male persona, you need to do it right. So, how do you do it right? Well, for starters, you need to own your accomplishments. Don't downplay your achievements or give credit to others when it's not due. Be proud of what you've accomplished and let others know about it. But, and this is a big but, don't be obnoxious about it. No one likes a braggart, and you'll just come off as insecure and desperate for validation. Another important thing to keep in mind when it comes to self-promotion is to be subtle. You don't need to shout your accomplishments from the rooftops or plaster them all over your social media. Instead, find ways to work them into conversation naturally. Number 1, living authentically. Living authentically isn't some hippy-dippy BS where we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. No. This is about being true to yourself and not compromising your values for anyone or anything. But let's be real, it's not always easy to be authentic in a world that's constantly trying to mold you into something you're not. So how can you stay true to yourself? First off, you need to figure out what you stand for. What are your core values? What do you believe in? And no, I'm not talking about the values that your parents or society has imposed on you. I'm talking about your personal values. The ones that make you feel alive, fulfilled. Once you've figured that out, you need to stick to it like glue. Don't compromise on your values just to please others or fit in. That's how you end up feeling like a fraud. Secondly, you need to be comfortable with who you are. I'm not talking about being complacent or settling for mediocrity. I'm talking about accepting your flaws, quirks, and imperfections. We all have them, but the difference between a high-value individual and a low-value one is how they handle those flaws. Do you try to hide them or pretend they don't exist? Or do you embrace them and use them to your advantage? It's your call. And finally, you need to surround yourself with people who accept you for who you are. I'm not saying you should only hang out with people who agree with you on everything. That's boring. But you should surround yourself with people who respect your values, appreciate your quirks, and challenge you to be a better version of yourself. Life is too short to waste time on people who don't appreciate you for who you are. So go out there and find your tribe. They're out there, I promise. So there you have it, folks, the ultimate guide to mastering the Sigma male persona. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay true to yourself and keep pushing forward.